Oh, what a day. 5th title for Eliud, and there could be no better place to watch it than the City of Champions, Eldoret. And there could be no better person to watch it with than His Excellency, the Governor of Eldoret, Kotimoja, Jonathan B. Your Excellency, how do you feel?
I am very elated and very happy that the victory has just come home, and I want to congratulate our very own Eliud Kipchoge for making it again the 5th time, and I want to congratulate Chef Kirui, our good lady again, for coming second in this Berlin Marathon.
What is special about Eldoret? Munakula nini hapa mpaka watu wanakimbia namna hii?
Mursik?
Mursik?
Mursik.
Mursik?
Mursik.
Na Mursik.
We are a sports county, and we are the county of champions. Everybody else who has succeeded elsewhere, his retirement home was in Kishu County. And we prepared ourselves in such a way that we are being very hospitable, that if you have a talent, we will make sure we nurture your talent, we grow your talent until you become a star, the same way Eliud has become. And Eliud has told us no man is limited. And we have seen he's really demonstrated it, and we are very happy, as was in Kishu County, and the counties from Noreb County, from Nandi, all the way to Elgeyo Marakwet, all the way to Turkana. We are very happy indeed, and we say congratulations, Eliud and Chef Kirui.
We are on the streets of Eldoret. Hakuna gari zinapita, watu wameangalia barabara imefungwa. What do you tell the young people who are watching Eliud and watching what's happening here in your county?
We believe anybody from Eldoret is a sports person, and our young people, we want to encourage you that please make sure you exploit your talent. Make sure you use your talent. And I want to tell Makori, if you want to know that people can run very fast here, please trigger a bullet now. You will not see anybody here. Because we are all gifted, and we are all in our DNA, we are sports people. I want to encourage our young people that we make use of our facility. We know Kipchoge is not ready, but this marathon, you can train anywhere. We have the Kaptaga training ground and other facilities. Please let us get involved. We cannot only do running, we can do other sports. Volleyball, we are coming up again in this county. Football, we don't want to be left behind. Even indoor games, make sure that we are involved in all these games and events, because this is where we will show our talents.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Asante sana, Governor. You've had it Banandong, Wakabi. Risasi ikipigwa, watu watatoka mbio, mimi nitabaki hapa tu na kitambi yangu. Back to you. We'll talk to you again in a short while.
Absolutely, that is Elias Makori, the lead editor, sports and integration projects. I just clarified and said once a gun is shot, at that particular point, everyone will run helter-skelter.
Other than him and maybe myself.
But the gun was shot in the Berlin Marathon at the beginning, and obviously most people expected Eliud Kipchoge to deliver. And the fascinating thing, Wakabi, it was intentional for us to have these two individuals right here on your screen, actually being the background image as we reflect on a fantastic race in the streets of Berlin. Wakabi, why?
Yes, because they were the favorites going in. And I know we spoke quite a bit about Eliud and his attempts to maybe get the world record again, but it may have slipped us that Tigista Sefa, when you looked at the field, it felt as if the girl who ran 2:15 last year, they were setting it up to see whether can she go close to 2:14.04. And for her to not just go close, but to smash that record, 2:11.53 is ridiculous.
That's about 2 minutes 11 from...
Yes, it's just unbelievable the way she's been able, but she was on course from maybe the 5-kilometer mark. You could just tell, so focused, so driven, and in the end, you're just sitting back and saying, you know what? Every once in a while, you've got to appreciate greatness. What she has shown today is incredible. For you to run it at 2:11.53 is ridiculous, because last year was 2:15, and her marathon in Riyadh last year in Saudi Arabia was 2:35. So she moved from 2:35 to 2:15 to 2:11. In a year and a half. Staggering.
Phenomenal indeed. Of course, she has shattered the record that was broken by our very own Bridget Kosgei, that was clocked, I believe, in the Chicago Marathon.
Yes, October 9th, 2019.
Yes, in 2019. So, absolutely. Of course, I understand that there is an athlete who is speaking right now, and that is Asefa, the winner of the women's race.
በዚህ ጉዳይ የሚመለከታቸው እድሉን ይሰጡኛል ብዬ አስባለሁ ምክንያቱም ወርልድ ሻምፒዮን መመረጥ ነበረብኝ እድሉን አላገኘውም ነገር ግን በዚህ
and here I thought you
Apologize.
Bernard, I thought you've learned Amharic.
Well, unfortunately, I just know Amegesenalaho. I think that means thank you. So obviously that's something she'll tell the Ethiopian public.
Salamna?
Salamna.
Salamna.
Yes, yes.
Salamna.
So congratulations as well to Asefa. She's retained the title. She won it in 2022. And this time round is extra special. And once again, Wakabi, Berlin has a way of delivering special races because the record has been broken. We've seen it consistently in the men's race. But this time round in the women's race.
Yes, it's something that they do. You know, all the World Marathon majors, they have a uniqueness to every one of them. So they say New York is a classic course. They say Boston is a classic course. London, of course, it's got all the big names and all the huge prize money. Berlin prides itself with being world records are set here. So every single year it's running there, everyone is wondering what's going to happen. And she's delivered. She was unbelievable. Her pace, she broke Sheila way early. By the time it was 21 kilometers, Sheila was 27 seconds slower. And that just told you the gulfing difference because Sheila came in second and it was quick. It's not like she came in second with a 220. It was still it was a high 217, but you can tell the difference. I think Tigist was just in a class of her own. And what makes it even more special, this is a girl who started by running 800 meters. Her best in 800 meters was 159. So for you to move from,
not too bad.
From Rio at 159 in the heats of the Olympics to marathon running in 7 years and completely change what is done and how marathon running is done, I think she's done incredible. Of course, she has a few gaps that maybe at times make me just a tad bit uncomfortable. But all in all, you've got to sit back and say, you know what, that was greatness we've witnessed. She's done something ridiculous. And you also special mention just to her ability to just keep motoring on from start to finish all the way. And like you said, Berlin is the home of world records. She's delivered one today. Absolutely.
Sheila Chepkirui as well, a very own Kenyan who's finished second in that race, Wakabi. I think it's important to appreciate her as well. You've touched on it briefly, the kind of time that she had clocked. Remember, this is an athlete who has yet to perform to that level in a major marathon, but she managed to do that because she had featured in the London Marathon some years back, and she finished, actually this year, I beg your pardon.
This year she was fourth.
She finished fourth, I beg your pardon. But finishing second, I think, its progression is slow but sure.
Yes, there is progression. You just wonder how much more she has, how much higher is her ceiling, because she ran what, 218 this year in London. Last year she ran 217 to finish third in Valencia. Now she's run again a high 217 and she's moved on to second. So you get the feeling that she's getting close. I am almost tempted to feel if she runs in a slower race, for the lack of a better word, your New York, your Boston, I think she has a better chance than a flat-out speed test, like as was the case today.
Right, now let's head on to Eldoret, where Elias Makori once again has one of the partners who have supported us in this live broadcast of the 2023 Berlin Marathon that has been dominated once again by Kenyan athletes.
Thank you very much, James, Bernard. I mean, I'm out of breath. It's been an amazing day. We've been watching it on the big screen right here in the county of Western Gishu. And we've also been watching it on Hisense TV, very high quality TV. I'm joined by Joe Mandela from Hisense to give us a sense of the technology that you have, the range of products that you have.
Well, thank you so much. My name is Joe Mandela, brand marketer, Hisense Kenya region. Well, Hisense is an award-winning brand for home appliances and electronics. And as you know, last year we were the official sponsors of FIFA World Cup 2022. We sponsored Euro 2020, and we've also confirmed to be the official sponsors of Euro 2024. Well, we deal with a very wide range of products stemming from the best TVs in the market, the best fridges, the most innovative fridges, washing machines, gas cookers, dishwashers, microwaves, and other small appliances.
Thank you. And I can see behind here it says Euro 2024. You were with the German ambassador a short while ago. Euro is happening in Germany. What do you have special for viewers at Hisense for the Euro?
Well, as you know, Hisense is an international brand. So we'll be showing the Euro 2024 on screens in Germany, Hisense screens in Germany. So yeah, we are really excited to be part of the Euro 2024 and everything that is happening in Germany.
Thank you. Your personal experience, I'm sure you've seen Eliud winning in a big way right here in the City of Champions. What did you think about the race?
Well, given the previous performance from Eliud, to be very honest, I was not expecting him to win, but I'm so happy. He has made us proud. He's one of us. We love him, and I really wanted to congratulate him. The more stick he's drinking, let him continue taking it.
Thank you. And I'm sure you will give him a Hisense TV when he lands at the Eldoret airport.
Guaranteed. When Eliud comes back, we'll give you a free Hisense TV, and of course, you'll be part of us. Market our brand. We can always do business.
Thank you very much, Joe Mandela. You've had it there, James Wakabi, Bernard Nong. Hizo TV zenu zimechapa-chapa. Ziweke kando mchukue Hisense so that you can watch the Euro, you can watch. We have, of course, the Chicago Marathon coming up on October 8th. We have the New York Marathon on November 9th. The last two majors of the year remaining. You can watch them on Hisense for the best quality. Back to you, Bernard.
Last Makori there, of course, interacting with Mr. Mandela, representative of Hisense TV, one of the partners who are supporting us in this year's live broadcast of the 2023 edition of the Berlin Marathon. Just to remind us ourselves, of course, remember, Eliud Kipchoge has won his 5th title in the streets of Berlin. Most people expected perhaps he could have broken a record, but that was not the case. But still, a win is a win. We give him his flowers.
We are spoiled as a nation.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The last 2 times he's been to Berlin, he's broken the world record.
Yes.
So everyone is like, well, he went there in 18, broke the world record. He wasn't last year, he's broke the world record. He's going to break it today. So such that because you had a very interesting stat from commentary. I think he has 5 of the top 10 marathon times of all time.
Absolutely.
It's something along those lines. That in itself is ridiculous.
More than 18 races, I think, and then he's won now how many?
He's only lost 3 times. He's only ever lost 3 marathon races. First time in Berlin in 2013, then the one for the year, and the weight train in London, and then in earlier this year in Boston.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous to be that dominant and to do it over such a long period of time. 10 years is a long time. And like you heard him say, everything he's doing, he's building towards Paris. So he's not yet done.
For this specific race, obviously, he wanted to reassert and reaffirm his credentials because of the kind of season he's had in the past 1 year. Last year, we saw what happened in the United States. Earlier this year, we saw what happened in London. So I think for him, Berlin was somewhere he had to hit the reset button, recalibrate himself. But I feel that like the record, it might go to some, it might be broken, but by somebody else. I don't know why. I feel that way.
I know what all Kenyans are. I know what even you are trying to scatter around. I know everyone keeps on thinking, Kevin Kiptum looked so good in London. He looked so good in Valencia. And everyone was thinking, maybe he's the prince in waiting. Maybe he's the next big guy. And that's why everyone has been thinking, maybe the record will be broken, but maybe not by Eliud. But I tell you this, I learned a few years ago to never question. There are not many Kenyan athletes that don't question. Eliud is one of them because he has this ability to continuously show up. And yes, you are right. I think part of Berlin today was to reconfirm or to remind yourself, yes, I still am one of the greatest, because whatever happened to me in Boston was unusual. He battled through, he soldiered on, he finished, and then you remember he didn't do the press conference. Then the following day, he called everyone and said, ask me all questions you want to ask. And you can imagine the amount of pressure that is on him. Every single time he steps on the track, on the road, what are we all thinking? World record. Give us world record. You have to win. So the pressure is a lot, and I think it was good for him. It reminds me of what he did before he went to Tokyo, when he ran the marathon in 20 and Shede. And then he ran, it was a 2:04, but it was maybe to tell himself, I'm okay. When Sapporo came for the Olympics, he was all right. Key question is what he does between now and Paris. Does he go back to Boston next year, or does he do what he did in 2021, which is go to somewhere like Tokyo early on, like March, get that over and done with, and then get ready for Paris? Big questions coming in, but yes, everyone now will be looking forward to October the 8th because Kiptum is running in Chicago. What will he do? Can he get close to the world record? Can he break the world record? Can he or doesn't he? And then we all wait and see who makes our team for Paris next year.
Well, I just want to understand, Wakabi, maybe you can correct me, because you've touched on it briefly and said in terms of his preparations, of course, now he'll just celebrate this moment. He's won Berlin for the 5th time. Heading to 2024, as we count down to the Paris Olympics, maybe perhaps he would feel like, okay, fine, maybe not Tokyo, maybe go to a race that is in Europe. I don't know. Would that be inform his thinking? Because Paris, the Olympics are in a European nation. I don't know. I'm just trying to...
No, I think it's more the duration between the two marathons, because he likes to do 2. So more the duration between March Tokyo is normally in March or late February,
Yeah.
and then of course the Olympics are in July. So look at them and see what's
ample
the
time, yeah,
distance
so he
in
needs a
between,
weekend, right.
between March and July. Then look at it. I would also think in terms of, if you go to London, London is everyone for himself. The best, everyone comes in, the quality becomes way higher. Why push yourself so hard to win a race for the 5th time, whereas you want to make history in July by becoming the first man ever to win the Olympic gold 3 times? So I think get an easier race, easier in quotes, so to speak, in March or February. Then you have enough time to rest, recover, then build up towards Paris, because we all know he is a man who wants to do what no other man has done before. No man has ever won the marathon. So I think that's the biggest goal in his head. And that's why he said in the interview, Paris 2024. So I think he does a marathon earlier in the year. I'm just not sure which. I think he skips London. I think he skips Boston. Go easy. Go easy on it. If I was him, I'd actually do the one in Dubai that comes earlier on in January in the year.
Don't they run, I think, in the morning or in
yes,
the evening?
That one.
Very early in the morning?
Yes, that one.
Or in the evening, yeah.
I'd go for that one.
Just
and then
something at
now
least,
get ready for Paris, because Paris is where history beckons.
Right.
And he wants to make history.
Absolutely. And of course, another interesting thing about this particular race this morning was the fact that at one particular point, there was a bit of jitters when Kindie was just next to him. And you know, it's funny because you can tell, you know, if you've been following Eliud Kipchoge for the longest time, you'll be able to realize that sometimes, as much as you might be tracking him and thinking that, let me stick with him, let me go with him, I'll go the distance. Kindie, the Ethiopian, Inchini
I think at some point you've got to be honest to yourself. I mean, Eliud did 2:02.42 today, and we are disappointed. 2:02.42. We are disappointed because we wanted 2:01.08. We wanted a world record. Now, when you look at Kindie, for example, what's his caliber going into this race? How well can he do? I saw some tweets online saying, one of the journalists who writes for Let'sRun.com saying, was he maybe also a secret pacemaker because he went with him all the way to the end? Because after all, he's wearing the same bib as Eliud.
Yes.
So there's that question here and there. Then also there's also the pacemaker, the young man who went with him all the way to 30K. Also really, really, really good. So you look at it and you wonder what, because some of these races are normally set up, we want you to run fast, like Tigist, for example. We want you to run fast, so we don't put the field as strong as possible, but we put enablers to make sure that you run as fast. So I am not quite sure which one is which, but all in all, you never know. 2:02.42.
Right, now let's head back to Eldoret, where Elias Makori, once again, is another one of our partners who've been supporting us for the 2023 Berlin Marathon. Let's listen into what he has to say on that end.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Thanks, James. I mean, we are still here celebrating. The crowd is still full here. Hakuna mtu anaenda mahali because we have a beautiful Isuzu car here. People are admiring the new Isuzu, and I'm joined by Duncan Muhindi from Isuzu. Duncan, your feelings about Eliud's win? I was with you in Vienna when he ran 1:59.
Absolutely.
Did you see an element of 1:59 today?
I'm telling you, it's the excitement that is here in Eldoret. I mean, the people just cheering him to victory. The celebrations began way before he finished the line, and we just knew Ishaenda, Imeenda. We knew it was ours, and we thank God for this.
And you've known it's yours for a long time because you started your association with Eliud many, many years back, and you've been, you know, faithfully behind him, pushing him, supporting him. Why this partnership?
Absolutely, and it's one of those things where you just have that divine instinct that this is the right kind of partnership. It's going to work out. This is the right kind of person. His profile, his attributes matched Isuzu's profile completely. It's what you call a perfect brand fit. And we looked at the man and we were like, this is the guy that we want to journey with. Because Isuzu believes in transformative journeys, you know. And we've done that with our customers over very many decades. And what Eliud exemplifies, what he personifies, is that kind of philosophy, which has worked out so well. And for our brand that thrives on, you know, literally driving the Kenyan economy in different sectors, our vehicles are on the road, you know, powerful, strong vehicles, long distance and all that, we just have the perfect partnership when it comes to Eliud Kipchoge. And once more today, he's proven it. And, you know, for anybody who had any doubts, I think we should apologize to the man. Yeah, if we had any doubts in our minds, we should actually apologize when he comes back as we are celebrating to tell him, Eliud, we are sorry that we doubted you. You are still the king of the marathon.
Thanks, Duncan. And as we wind up, maybe we can stand and we give an opportunity to your chairman to...
Our chairman of the board is actually here. Eliud, Mr. Hiroshi Satomi, please come and say a few congratulations to Eliud Kipchoge. Thank you.
So once again, congratulations great achievement, Eliud Kipchoge. So I'm very much honored, excited to be here, to be a witness together with the great elderly people, his great achievement today. So, we are very much honored to display our Eliud Kipchoge limited versions. So as Duncan mentioned, so our limited version having a very good performance for with advanced technologies, but also having and also represent Eliud's his philosophies, very strong sportsmanship and also discipline. So this vehicle represents both high-tech vehicle technology and also his mindset and philosophies. Please understand. Anyway, I hope everybody loves the new Kipchoge limited editions and admires it very much. Thank you very much. Asante ni sana.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much, Chairman. Duncan, this thing is going back to Nairobi, this machine, right? The Isuzu, the new one.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Can I get a ride just to feel
Let's talk, Elias. We are together in Nairobi. Let's do that because Eliud is coming back. We're going to celebrate his win when he comes back, and we shall be handing over the vehicle to him so that he can bring it back to the people of Eldoret, and they can see what it means to celebrate a real Kenyan hero.
Thank you, Duncan. You've added Bernard, Jemo, Igari Narudi Nairobi. When Eliud comes, he'll be handed over the first car from this brand, the Kipchoge brand. And every Kenyan is encouraged to, chip in into the accounts and get one of these cars. How much does it cost again, and how available is it?
It's very much available. We are actually locally assembling it. This is what we actually mean when you say, buy Kenya, build Kenya. We are actually assembling these on our Mombasa Road plant. 159 units. This one will have the number plate 001, so we'll have 158 units remaining. Already a few have gone or in the process of going. So we shall be handing over the first few bunches in early October. So thank you very much, and congratulations once more to the people of Eldoret.
Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Chairman. Bernard, you've added 159 units to celebrate the 1 hour 59 minutes run by Eliud in 2019 in Vienna. Back to you as we wind up. I mean, it's been a fantastic day. It's time for that cup of tea. Thank you, and back to you in studio.
Absolutely. I know Elias Makore was going to say something else, but yes, I understand you're going to have your cup of tea, at least to hydrate. It's been a long day, but a productive one, James Okabi, absolutely. And from the entire team that made this broadcast possible, we appreciate your time and attention. Just to remind you once again, Eliud Kipchoge is the king of Berlin. And of course, Sheila Chepkirui finished second as well. A triumphant day for Kenyan athletes. Bye for now.
A masterful performance on the streets of